What's going on, everybody? We are here with the amazing LaLane, wife of Jack LaLane, who is the namesake of this amazing fitness studio. And LaLane, this is the very first Jack LaLane fitness studio.
Yes, in a hotel.
In a hotel,
right. Of course, he started in 1936, you know, and his first, he said, he was on the second floor in Oakland, California in 1936, and he said, the only exercise I got was watching the people go by, because there was some nut and some crackpot charging people to exercise. And so, and then along came Trader Vic, he was having to massage people.
Right.
And at that time, because he wasn't getting any money, no one's coming to his studio.
Right.
So it was called a physical culture studio in those days.
Okay.
And no one was coming, so he was doing massage. And then what happened was he was doing Trader Vic, and Trader Vic, you've heard of Trader Vic's restaurants? Well, he said he had one leg, and and Jack was going to help him up on the table. And he says, "Kid," he says, "if you try to help me up, he's going to hit you over the head with my crutch." But anyway, that's how he started, and then he went to the high schools and got the young kids to come, and every Wednesday he says, "I'll take pounds off of you," and the skinny ones he says, "I'll build you up," and that's how he started. And that's his first physical culture studio, his first fitness center was in 1936.
And that was great. And he became the just basic icon for not only American fitness, but just what Americans should be.
Well, I think that what happened was he always wanted to be a lecturer. His feeling he wanted to help people to help themselves. He wanted to help everybody in the whole wide world to exercise. He wanted to tell his story. And so he always said, "I want to get on the lecture platform." That was before television, you know. And so I want to get on the lecture. I could see myself lecturing. And so that was his goal. But then when television came along, I had him on as an interview in San Francisco. I was on television in 1948 on an hour-and-a-half show every day, and I programmed it. We had a 12-piece orchestra left over from radio. And so that's how I met him. And then lo and behold, in 1951, he started his show in the morning because programming was always in the afternoon.
Right.
And then his show was on at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then they had a half-hour show before him, like Romper Room or one of those.
Right.
And then he said, go get your mom and bring her over to the television. And so that's how he started, and he's just, it went from there, and we went nationwide, and I think he's one of the people that just got the people out there, and the moms exercising, and then the moms got the kids, and then they got the dads, and there you go. And then all the health spas took off, and bango.
and like you told me, Jack was never judgmental against people. He would look at somebody like me and say,
no.
"Hey, you need to lose
Some of
weight."
his friends were like 350 pounds, you know, and he says, you cannot tell anybody what to do. They've got to want to do it. They've got to be motivated. And if they're not motivated, that's their problem, you know.
Right.
And so if he just never made fun or never said anything about people being overweight. And as I say, some of his friends were 300 pounds, 250 pounds. And then, some of them get the picture and some don't.
So tell us a little bit of how the fitness studio came to be here at Cabana Bay Beach, because Cabana Bay Beach is a very retro throwback, I guess you could probably say, to the era when Jack was the biggest. So did Universal come to you guys, or did you guys come?
Yes.
What was your first reaction?
Well, you see, everything is retro here.
Yeah.
And it's in the 50s and 60s. So who was popular in the 50s and 60s?
He's always been popular.
Well, he's always been popular, but But the gym, he went into the health spa business, you know, and so they wanted a fitness center like they had in the 60s. Of course, they have modern equipment here now,
right.
But we have all this memorabilia here, as you've seen,
great,
you know.
yeah.
But it's amazing. It's just amazing that we were just thrilled to become a part of this. And seeing what they've done with all the memorabilia, it's just mind-blowing. And I hope everybody can come to the Cabana Beach Resort Hotel here in Orlando, Florida, and you know what's so wonderful about it? It's family-oriented. You know,
really
it's
is.
very family-oriented, and it's reasonable, and they've got anything you want here. I mean, it's just everything, anything and everything.
And now, LaLane was kind of challenging us a little bit earlier. She was showing off her muscles, which I'm ashamed are much bigger than mine. I mean, look at that. All in there, hard as a rock. It's so great. Well, LaLane, it's so great to talk to you, and everybody, come check out Cabana Bay Beach and just.
Okay. Yes. I just hope they do. I hope they do, and thank you very much. This statue, it was a replica. It was in one of the health spas in front of it, and they made this statue and gave it to Jack, and it's been in our house, and then it's been around about 3 museums in the last 3 years, and they wanted to clone it, and they did.
My name's John LaLane, and I'm the son of fitness guru Jack LaLane, and I am actually a ex-pro surfer, and I manufacture surfboards. I made this replica of Dad's paddleboard that he set a record. He paddled from the Farallon Islands in San Francisco to the mainland, 26 miles in 9 hours, set a record on this paddleboard. And he also surfed the Cliff House and did a lot of feats on this board, and I was very, very honored to recreate this board for him because I am a surfboard manufacturer. And that's the logo of Jack O'Neill of O'Neill Wetsuits, actually made the original for him out of balsa. And Jack O'Neill actually made this paddleboard out of balsa, custom for my father back in the 50s.
And you have it on, is it here on loan for Universal, or is it theirs?
It's Universal's, they own it. Yes, they own it.
So everybody can come and check out.
Everybody can come and check it out. We actually had the fin handcrafted, recreated, and it's almost identical. Almost identical.
This is a replica of the star in Hollywood Boulevard that was awarded to my father when he was 88. A dear friend of our family was appalled to find out that at the age of 88 he'd never been honored with a star on Hollywood Boulevard, and so she started a campaign to have one. And when he was 88, he did this, and we had the full Hollywood, you know, getting out of the SUV and jogging up Hollywood Boulevard. He did fingertip push-ups on top of the star for the media. It was quite a wonderful event, and a big luncheon afterwards. And it's there in front of the Hollywood Roosevelt Hotel, within a mile of where our ancestral home was in the Hollywood Hills. And so all of us walked up and down Hollywood Boulevard on that very place.
And that's just one of the many pieces of memorabilia here.
Absolutely, and it's one of the more recent ones. Many of these go back many years. He's been awarded all sorts of honors of one kind or another. And I can remember as a child, they'd say, oh, he went to St. Louis and they gave him the key to the city. And I thought, oh, a key to a whole city. Wow, what an honor. He can go anywhere he wants in the city. He's got thousands of keys for various things. But, yep, we lived with all these. These were in our house and still